Alright guys, we have a Frigidaire, says Kenmore, but Frigidaire range, and we discovered a wire. You can see it, totally fried. Apparently it came in contact with the back panel and shorted out pretty good. Element was good, so we can move on. Yeah, that plug has some issues. We'll have to correct that. So we're cutting the wire, cutting out the bad section, and we're going to be wiring, or I should say, soldering a new section in. I made it longer on purpose, just in case if something were to happen again, and we didn't have enough wire, we can always join or just get a short connector just in case. But it's always to have extra instead of not enough. So we're stripping the ends of the wires. And of course, guys, I'm sure you know this, but I will say it. Make sure you unplug the oven. At this point, you would already know not to touch unless it's unplugged. So we're adding heat shrinks, a smaller and a larger. Now, if you can't solder, I always recommend soldering because you actually get a very good connection. It's a factory approved connection. As you can see, you're filling the tiny joints or spaces of the wire with solder. So there's no vibration possible or anything to impede on that connection. Wire nuts, I mean, if you have to, you don't have a choice, it will work. But we don't do it that way. And never use wire nuts under your heating element or your cooktop. If you're going to do any kind of connections, always use ceramic. They were approved. Wire nuts will melt and cause more issues. Don't do that. So sliding the other heat shrink on and going to heat that up and shrink it, and then we're going to add the other one. I was going to use 3, but doesn't really need it. 1 would have been fine, but 2 is just that extra protection. Basically, you want it to be as thick as the wire. That's kind of like my thing. So heat shrinks are thinner than the coating on the wire itself. So I like to do at least 2. It gives you that edge. So we're cleaning this terminal end, you may say, or the element end. It had some corrosion on it, and we're going to straighten it back. Apparently the back of the stove was pushed in, so I did straighten it out, just didn't show it. Rather barbaric. Tucking everything in, and she's done. As you can see, the element shortly, in a second or two. 1, 2, 3. There she is, glowing red. Happy fixing. Thanks, guys.